If you've tried purchasing a VIP membership to Tiantian Xiangqi, but have gotten this error when you tried to pay for it, that's because you need Tencent's real name verification for their health system. In 2021, China set out to address rampant addiction to online games by producing some of the most revolutionary and experimental regulations in the world today. In response to that, game developers like Tencent had to implement systems for verifying whether a user is a minor, how much they're playing games, and so forth, so they can regulate potentially addictive behavior in online games. They also have restrictions and monitoring for how much people spend. And before you can spend any money in an online game, you have to be real name verified, and that's what the Tencent Health System is. Before you attempt the real name verification on your own, make sure you watch to the end of this video, because the real name verification system that we're about to do contains a pop quiz that makes sure you know how to say something in Chinese. So I'm going to show you a couple ways to get to the Tencent Health System so that you can get started and submit your form. One of the easiest ways is to hit up Profile, and then Settings, and then you'll see the fourth option down is this one that says Parental Protection. So let's click on that. So this brings up a QR code that you can scan in WeChat, and that will open the Tencent Health System. And probably the easiest way to get to it is to just pause the video right here and take a screenshot of this QR code, and you can import that directly into WeChat. So what I'm going to do is take a screenshot of this, and then head over to WeChat and click in the upper right-hand corner, the plus button, and then you can click Scan. Now, since I'm using a screenshot, I'm going to hit the Gallery button, choose my screenshot, and there we go. That's a link directly to the Tencent Health System. And what you want to do is follow this service account. Once you've followed the service account, you can access the health system by clicking the middle menu option, and then it's this top button here. Go ahead and accept the terms and agreements. And here we are in the Tencent Health System. And this is where you're going to submit your passport and other information to get real name verified so you can unlock the ability to make payments in games. This health system is actually a mini program inside of WeChat. So a tip you might find helpful is click the three dots in the upper right-hand corner and click Translation. And WeChat will automatically translate this for you. So go ahead and select Real Name Authentication. And this is where you're going to start the certification process. So if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you do not have a permanent mainland China ID card, so you're going to select the overseas passport option. Now this is where you're going to enter your full name exactly as written on your passport. And by exact, I mean exact. If your passport lists your name in all caps, use all caps. If your passport lists your last name first, list your last name first. So this is an example of a US passport, and in this example, the last name is written first, followed by the first name. So we must write this exactly as stated on the passport. I actually got bit by this the first time that I submitted my real name verification, because I listed my first, middle, and last name, and then a few days later I received a notification in WeChat stating that the information that I submitted did not match my passport. So I resubmitted using last, first, middle, exactly as stated on the passport, and then that got me real name verified. Next, you want to put in your document number, and this refers to your passport number. On US passports, it's this number right here. Next, enter your gender and birthday as shown on your passport. Lastly, you can choose to either enter a phone number or an email address. In this case, I'll put in a phone number. Select Agree, and then Next Step. Next up, you need to upload your passport as well as a photo of you holding your passport. So the passport needs to be clearly visible with all the information, all the corners need to be shown. So the example I have shown here is perfect, and this is exactly what my passport photo looked like when I uploaded it. I have a scanned version of mine that looks just like this. So you can choose to either take a picture of it or upload from gallery. In this case, I'm going to upload from the gallery. Select my passport. Now you need to upload a photo of you holding your passport, and there's some instructions for doing this. So you need to take your passport, open it to the ID page, which this is not the ID page, but you get the point. And then hold it below your chin so that your neck and head are still visible while not cutting off anything on your passport. And I'll put up on the screen here the exact photo that I used to get real name verified. Now, before you hit next, it's important to know that the next step is that pop quiz that I told you about. So once you hit next, you're given 90 seconds to read the following numbers in Mandarin, recording yourself as you do so. So before you even attempt this real name verification, I would suggest that you go learn the Chinese numbers 0 through 9, making sure that you can say them with the correct tones, because you will only have, there are now 35 seconds left. So in this case, I would record myself saying R, 870, and then submit the video. Now, when I first did this real name verification, fortunately, I already knew how to say the numbers in Chinese, but I can imagine a lot of people getting caught off guard by this and being unable to complete the form in that 90 seconds. Once you've submitted the form, you can monitor the Tencent Health System in WeChat, and if you're approved, maybe a few days later or a week later, you'll get a notification here saying so. So I'll just show you what my notifications looked like. This was the first one where I got rejected, and this just says with no additional information, the information you filled in does not match the information on the submitted documents. When I tried again fixing the order of my first, middle, and last name, this is the notification I received. And this just says, your account has been verified with your real name. Now, once you get verified, don't celebrate just yet. You're gonna have to do one additional trick to pay for that VIP membership. So watch the next video where I show how to top up your WeChat balance. And see you then.